Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mandy. I'm the head of sales here at Butterfly Network, and today we're going to do a full walkthrough of the new IQ3 and go through all of the presets and our digital ultrasound technology. I will start by saying if you have any questions after this recording, please reach out to the individual that sent it to you, or you can send a follow-up email to vetsupport@butterflynetwork.com, and someone within the Butterfly team can help get those questions answered for you. We're going to dive right into the technology. So Butterfly is the digital ultrasound technology. We're ultrasound on a semiconductor chip. That chip sits right here underneath the scanning plate, and this is the size of the device. That chip technology is what allows for us to have all of your ultrasound transducers in one device now. That is also what allows for our military grade durability technology. So no more piezoelectrocrystals. Don't have to worry about breaking or shattering those crystals in that transducer head anymore. The battery is built inside the device itself, so it's never going to pull battery from the device that you have it plugged into. We are Apple and Android compatible. You get both cords in the box. And by both cords, I mean the Lightning and a USB-C so that you can interchange those based on the device that you are utilizing within your practice. There is just a simple click button here on the back that you can pop that cord out and pop that in as needed. On the back of the device here, our charging is a charge magnet that just connects into there, and it's a USB-C that plugs into a box. This probe is also completely water submergible for up to 30 minutes at a time. So for disinfecting, if you do any exotics or underwater scanning, that probe is completely water submergible. Zoos, aquatics, exotics that you may be doing, and again, disinfecting that probe. From there, I'm going to dive right into the Butterfly app and share my screen. So the Butterfly app can be downloaded from the App Store. And that app can be on as many devices within your hospital as you would like it on. As you get Butterfly in your practice, it is plug and play with multiple device types, and that app can be shared if your technicians would like it on, or if there's multiple iPads within the practice, and then you can just pick up those Butterfly units and plug and play with those as needed. Now, to go through the platform, again, we are digital technology. So the way that that communicates to the app allows for everything to be touchscreen from there. Once you log into the app the first time with your login credentials that are created for you upon purchase, then you're logged into that device from then on. So all you do is plug it in, it'll recognize the Butterfly unit, and you're in scanning mode in less than 3 seconds. Up here in the top right-hand corner, just going to go through a few details here, is your access into your Butterfly cloud. There is unlimited storage within that Butterfly cloud. That is a part of our software package that is included in the Butterfly bundle. And there's archive folders that are here, completely customizable for you. All of those images are saved within that cloud. We are DICOM compatible as well. So if you want to integrate into your PAC system, hospital PIM systems, those connections are accessible through Butterfly as well. So just know that you have that option too. Down here at the bottom, you'll see this education cap. This is going to take you into all of our in-app built education series. As you click into specific organs, there's multiple videos within each. All you do is click the play button and it will start those training tutorial videos for you. So that library is there. There is also intro videos that help you with how to share images, how to save studies, all of those things that once you go through the onboarding of your probe, if someone new comes into the practice and you want to go through those, you have those in-app videos to watch as well. Your blue scanning button is always going to take you back to your home scanning screen. And then your top right-hand corner is going to be your access into the images that you've collected during that study. That's where you enter in patient details, study notes, all of those items. There's no workflow restrictions with Butterfly. So you can enter in patient details before you start or after you're finished. It's completely up to you on that workflow. A lot of my practices like that they can have an emergency come in, plug in the Butterfly, capture what they need, pass that to the technician, or enter in those patient details on the backside of capturing what they need. And then these 4 buttons here at the bottom are going to be what we utilize for all of our scanning needs. So we like to say that we take the knobology out of ultrasound because these are the action items or the action buttons that we utilize for everything. I'm going to dive right into our presets. So Butterfly, as I mentioned, is all of your transducers in one device. As you go from preset to preset, that is now the changing of that transducer for you. So I jumped up to our abdomen setting. How it functions from there. To increase your depth, you're going to slide your finger up on the screen. To decrease your depth, you're going to slide your finger down. As you slide left and right, that's going to adjust your gains. And you'll notice that you also have these 3 little lines that pop up down at the bottom. This is what adjusts your near, mid, and far. And these are simple slide bars as well, if you need to make those adjustments. Your megahertz, we are a 1 to 12 megahertz probe, and you also have a 1 to 35 centimeter depth range. So in your presets, anything that says large animal is going to give you that viewpoint all the way up to 35 centimeters. So whether you're a mixed animal practitioner, equine doctor who's doing colic scans, our zoo medicine doctors like that the same probe that they're utilizing scanning tree frogs is the same probe that they can utilize scanning giraffes or elephants, any of their large animals that they have, all with the same probe. When you go to capture an image, you'll see this little snowflake button. That snowflake button is going to freeze your image. You'll notice the blue camera pops up beside that. Capture your image and then unfreeze. So again, freeze, capture, unfreeze. To take video cine clips, you'll notice the red video camera. You can click that button. It starts a 60-second cine clip and you just start and stop those. You'll notice your counters automatically going up in your gallery as you continue to collect those cine clips and videos. Now, if you're scanning along and you hit the freeze button and maybe missed what you were looking to capture, you do have a retrospective time clock when an image is froze. When you click into that, you have a 60-second retrospective clip that you can go through, select out any of those retrospective images, and hit the capture button to capture those. When you're in the retrospective clip, you can also click these 3 little lines here, these 3 little dots, and capture that entire retrospective clip as a cine clip. And that will automatically store there. And then I'm just going to hit the X button and then unfreeze. Your Actions tab, you will notice, has all of the actions when you're in scanning mode, all of the actions that are available to you within that specific preset. Butterfly is a multi-mode probes. So we have B mode, M mode, color Doppler, power Doppler, and pulse wave Doppler. We also have biplane imaging. I'll show you that as we move through some other presets, but we do have biplane imaging. You also have fast protocols built in. There is, if you're an equine practitioner, there is a colic flash protocol. I am going to tap into the abdominal fast and show you how this functions. It will pull up those 4 quadrants. As you click a quadrant, it will bring you into your screen, pre-label that image for you so that all you have to do is freeze, capture, and unfreeze. And it's going to check that box for that specific quadrant as you work through that AFAS. Your thoracic fast scan also gives you the same 3 quadrants that are a part of a thoracic fast scan. And it will store those protocol images together within your gallery. When you have an image frozen, your Actions tab then becomes everything that you can do to that image while it's frozen. So your line measurements, your labeling, your ellipse, all of those are there. I'm going to tap into the line measurement just to show you how this functions. Again, everything is touch screen here. Tap on the blue button and you can move that caliper exactly where you want it. You will notice up in the top right-hand corner, there is a zoomed in view there so that you can make sure that that caliper is where you need it. And then just capture that image. You can put multiple line measurements, multiple labels on the same image. And I'll just put on a test label for you. You can move those labels just by tapping on the screen. And then unfreeze and remove the label. Next preset that I'm going to show you is your bladder preset. Very straightforward here. Again, your Actions tab is going to give you your access into all of the features that are available there. You have cardiac. And then the next one I'm going to stop at is lung small animal. I'll go through both the lung small animal and the lung large animal. In the lung small animal, when you tap your screen, this is actually our first AI tool that is built into Butterfly. When you tap on your screen, rather than just having your near, mid, and far adjustables here, you have your first filter change. Our filter change is act as another layer of a preset built into a preset. So I'm going to turn on our beeline counter by tapping that filter. And then when you go to your Actions tab, you'll notice your beeline count. So this is going to give you any beeline counts within that specific lung field. So how you utilize this is put the probe on the lung field. You'll press that count. It's going to start a 6-second cine clip and then give you out a beeline reading on the backside. It's going to give us an error here because obviously we're not scanning an actual lung, but please know that that beeline tool is there. It is within a filter change in the lung small animal. Now, in the lung large animal, so for my mixed animal practitioners that may be doing bovine respiratory scans or swine respiratory scans, equine full scans, You don't have a filter change with this one. It's actually just already in your actions tab for you. Okay. You have MSK, and then the next one I'm going to stop at is equine MSK. And if you're a companion animal veterinarian, I apologize, but we're going to run through this equine MSK preset as there is multiple filters built into this one. So the first one you have is a standard equine MSK preset. The next filter you have is a shallow. This is true image optimization from skin level to 3 centimeters. I have a phantom here on my desk. Um, it is a vascular phantom, so bear with me here. This is just to help you visualize how quick you have your needle visualization with this. Um, you can see right there, my phantom's been poked a few times, but you truly see the needle right at skin level. So very quick needle visualization with that. Your next filter within the equine MSK is what we call shifted playing field. And this actually is its own preset for our companion animal veterinarians as well. It's just the next one down. So I'll explain this all in one. Traditional ultrasound beam has the ultrasound beam right down the center of the probe. Because of our chip technology and digital capabilities, we've actually moved that beam to the far right side of this probe or far edge of the probe closest to your blue butterfly on the front. What does this mean? So this means you actually only have to have contact with the very edge of this probe for your ultrasound. So for my equine doctors, suspensoraries, if you're looking up and around suspensoraries, you can see that very well with just using the edge of the probe and beaming. Where this becomes really important in our companion animal veterinarians is think about your small dogs and cats, kittens, Yorkies, things like that, where your intercostal spaces or some of those harder to see spaces with a bigger probe head. If you're used to a smaller microconvex, you now only have to have the very edge of this probe on that patient, and you get to see up and around. Okay. So you're just barely touching the edge of that probe to capture what you need to see. So that is its own preset. We do have nerve, ophthalmic, small organ, and then the last one I'm going to click into is our vascular. Again, I have a vascular phantom here on my desk. I'm just going to show you a couple more details here. As I mentioned before, we do have biplane imaging. So in your actions tab, you'll notice in your modes that biplane pops up here. This is your X and Y axis views at the same time. So if you're doing FNAs, cystos, catheter placements, anything like that where you need that two-directional view, nerve blocks, anything along those lines, you have that view. A couple of things to highlight here. So you can move that pendulum to better visualize that needle coming in the top. In your actions, Butterfly also has high vis needle guidance. This high vis needle guidance is in multiple presets available to you. You can change your needle insertion from left to right just by clicking on that. You can also change your degree of angle from 20, 30, or 40 degrees. And then that will pop that needle super bright blue for you. Important things to remember, this is going to work with any needle that you're already using in practice. You do not have to buy the specialized needles for this to work. This is going to work with any needle you're already using. Okay. And then I'll unfreeze that. So we do have the high vis needle guidance. We do have midline features available to you as well for in plane and out of plane viewpoints from a needle guidance perspective as well. With Butterfly, a couple of things to highlight before we jump into going through and finalizing to save this study. Butterfly is optimized through hair, so you don't necessarily have to jump right into shaving your patients. Soak that patient down really well in alcohol. Again, you don't have to be cautious with the amount of alcohol that we're using anymore. This probe is completely water submergible. You're not going to get anything in any of the creases. Actually, you can, needle track the top of this. You're not going to hurt it from a cysto perspective either. Once you have that alcohol down really, really well, then throw on your gel in ultrasound from there. Contact is everything, as in traditional ultrasound, just the same with Butterfly. But you don't have to be cautious with the amount of alcohol that you're using anymore. Now, to save a study, we're going to pop up here to this gallery. Again, in our patient information, I'm just going to type in test. You can see all of the options that are available to you there. Click save. Study notes. You can do talk to text annotation works with Butterfly. You can also type that in. One thing to keep in mind, and it will go into when we save the study as well. You can log into your Butterfly Cloud from any web viewpoint. Butterflynetwork.com, top right hand corner, you can click the login button. Use the same login credentials you do to log into your app, and you're in the desktop view of your cloud. You can do everything from a PC that you can do within the app except for scan. So if you want to go back in later, enter in patient details, study notes, do additional line measurements, things like that, you have that capability as long as you save your studies as a draft. And I'll show you that here in just 1 second. Here's all of the images that we just took. Shareability is very, very simple with Butterfly as well. You can share studies. We can click into an image just like you would share an image from your phone or your iPad or your tablet. That little button is there. It'll pull up to where you can text, email that however you like, and then just X out of that after you share that. So if you want to share something with a pet parent or a colleague, you have those options. And then we're going to click Save Study. As I mentioned, there's 2 options here. I tell all of my veterinarians to save everything as a draft. Once you've signed this study, you can no longer make any additional changes to it. So many practitioners leave a lot of things in drafts. That is just fine as veterinarians. If you sign that study, you can't make any additional changes to it. And then I'm just going to click the confirm button. You'll get that blue check mark that allows you to know that study is now in your cloud and you're back to a clean slate ready for your next scan. Important things to remember, Butterfly is always going to pick up the very last preset that was used. If you have multiple doctors in your practice that are sharing this, be aware of that does do that. If someone was doing a cardiac scan and then you're trying to do a deep abdomen scan, just know that you'll change those presets. That's very important. And then I'm going to stop share my screen here. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the individual that sent this walkthrough for you. or send an email to vetsupport@butterflynetwork.com, and we're happy to help get those questions answered for you. I appreciate you all taking the time and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.